Today's Tinfoil Tuesday is brought to you by my patrons. Last month we looked at some questions set by YouTuber Brett Keane. They were designed for atheists in mind and apparently they were unanswerable. Well, after that video he made an immediate response and he scheduled a debate between the two of us without even asking me. It was on a Friday night at 1:30 AM where of course I'd be tucked up in bed. I told him this in his comment section and that he was welcome to email me for a chat. Of course, I've had no reply to my comment or an email. Well, today, Brett Keane is back and this time he has proof that all atheists are evil and dishonest. Hello all and welcome along to another episode of Tinfoil Tuesday with me, Simon Dan. Thank you very much for joining me. Yes, a huge thanks to my patrons who voted for the inclusion of today's video. If you'd like to vote on a video that I can address too, as well as get involved with a bunch of other awards, then please do check out the Patreon site. Link for that will be in the description. So, Brett Keane has proof that all atheists are evil and dishonest, which obviously includes me. Now, I don't consider myself to be either, but maybe Brett can prove me wrong. Let's find out, shall we?
One thing I've discovered in 15 years of doing social media, YouTube, the internet, all this, is that there's not one single good, honest atheist out there. And I can prove it, and I can also give all the religious people out there of any faith the tools to be able to prove that atheists are liars, they are dishonest, and they have no moral fiber or backbone whatsoever.
Ludicrous statement. You can't say that with confidence about any group of people.
How many of you have actually seen an atheist in the last 15 years on social media and YouTube actually write an article or do a video where they talk about atheists who have molested children?
I can't say I have, but you really need to be careful here, Brett.
How many times have you actually seen an atheist do a documentary or even a 5-minute video talking about how horrible atheist Stalin was? You know, the Russian atheist, godless bastard who killed over 80 million people.
Whilst not completely true, Stalin was an atheist, at least for a short period of time. However, it was recorded that he went to confession at least 3 times. Now, how many atheists do you know that have done that? Of course, this is all irrelevant because even if he was completely atheist and always had been, then it doesn't mean that the rest of us are like him.
How many of you have actually seen them do a video about Adolf Hitler, where Adolf Hitler is quoted in his journal for saying Christianity is an invention of the Jew, a mental illness? And Hitler went so far as to pretending he was a Christian in the beginning just so he could manipulate the churches and steal money from them and use them for his wars against the Jews.
Hitler's religious beliefs are more contentious than pineapple on pizza, for Pete's sake. No one really knew what his beliefs were.
Funny how some atheists even to this day actually think that Adolf Hitler was a Christian simply because many years before he claimed that he prayed and claimed that he got his power from God.
Don't claim he was a Christian. I claim that we don't bloody know. No one does. Only he knew.
How many atheists have we actually heard claim they are God? How many atheists like Jimmy Jones who killed 1,000 people by putting Kool-Aid and poison in people's Kool-Aid and killing over 1,000 people on a place he referred to as paradise on earth?
Again, irrelevant. If this is your line of questioning and evidence, then I think your argument is going to be really weak. I mean, I could come up with a huge list of religious people that have done immoral things. The difference is, I won't tar that entire religion with the same brush.
The guy repeatedly, I have video footage on BitTube as well as BitChute and some places on YouTube where Jimmy Jones clearly says that he was an atheist and used to invite the people who came to his atheist, godless church to wipe their ass in the Bible.
Also irrelevant. Are you going to come up with something concrete here, Brett, or not?
How many times have you watched atheists in debate whenever it is brought up about other atheists who've killed and murdered and raped and done horrible things to society for the last 2,000 years since the death of Jesus and rise of him? Have you heard atheists say, yeah, you're right, there's some atheists out there who've done some fucking terrible, horrible things?
Of course there are, but equally there are also religious people that have done some terrible, horrible things.
No, Christopher Hitchens said, well, it's different whenever an atheist kills because they're not killing in the name of atheism.
Well, they're not, are they?
Let me ask you all something. If you had a religious person or an atheist pointing a gun directly at your face, which would make it better to shoot you? The atheist or the religious person? Which way would you prefer dying? Which way would make it morally better? It doesn't matter.
Of course it doesn't matter. When we're talking about something like this, people's labels mean nothing.
Nobody gives a shit about what a person's killing in the name of or what position they hold whenever they're doing the killing. They do the killing, well, there's something to look into there. And this is the only argument they got. There's a guy called Israel Keys who used to run around the country and kidnap women and chop them into little pieces after raping them. And he was an atheist. He said God is absolute bullshit whenever he was in the interrogation room.
So what? I'm an atheist. I know hundreds of atheists. And I'm pretty sure none of us would ever do something like that.
This coward ended up killing himself before he managed to be in front of a judge and a jury to be able to spend the rest of his life in prison where he deserved. What a pussy. Jimmy Jones did the same thing after he killed 1,000 people. This coward ended up drinking the Kool-Aid and shooting himself in the fucking head or having someone else do it for him. Adolf Hitler, the same deal. The guy had somebody else shoot him or he blew his own brains out along with his girlfriend. These atheists, they don't believe in consequences and they don't believe in paying for what the hell they've done to society. And they don't seem to give a rat's ass about what it is all these communist, atheist, godless pieces of trash have done throughout history.
This is absolutely not a biased view at all, is it, Brett?
In fact, there's a lot of atheists right now who are socialist and communist who still support a damn government policy and legislation and ideas by the Marxists that have been discredited for over 200 years now, and they're still supporting it. There are atheists now because Bernie Sanders ended up failing and not being able to be the president. They're now saying that they're going to go to war with people. These are the same people who claim that we should have gun control, that every American should remove their guns. That way the liberals can kill us whenever we're defenseless and have no way to protect ourselves whenever they have one of their fucking snowflake meltdowns.
But carrying guns so far doesn't seem to have worked much when people have these meltdowns, has it?
Unbelievable. So how many times have you heard it? The only time you're going to hear an atheist make a YouTube video against another atheist is if they feel like they've been personally attacked by that other atheist.
Absolute rubbish. I've made countless videos on many people, some of whom have been atheist.
They're only going to make a video if they think they're going to feed their narcissism and attract an audience to their own YouTube channel. They're only going to do it if they think they're going to get paid more for the advertisements they got through monetization on their YouTube channel. They don't do it because it's right. They don't do it because it's good. They don't try to correct their fellow atheists out there or the ladies that are atheists. They only do it whenever they want views or they want to attract an audience to themselves, get more clicks and views.
Again, disagree. I've been doing what I've been doing since day dot, when I had 0 subscribers.
None of them have seriously taken the time to actually make anything. I mean, take a look at this, for instance. I was talking about this with my friends. Did you know that there is an atheist child molesting ring out there called NAMBLA? That's right, Men Who Love Little Boys. And it's ran by atheists. You can clearly go look at the biographies and the stories behind the people who run NAMBLA, and they are all godless pieces of shit who are attracted sexually to children.
That is absolutely disgusting, and I agree they're pieces of shit. But let's not forget the Boston Globe's expose in 2002, which resulted in the arrest of 5 Catholic priests for the sexual abuse of minors. My point is, paedophilia is not owned by a group of people. A paedophile is a paedophile. Again, this is really poor evidence.
They're the same type of people, just like the amazing atheist who argues nonstop about, oh, there shouldn't even be an age of consent. You should be able to do whatever you want with a child from 10 years old and up.
I literally know no atheist that has ever said that. As a father myself, this sickens me.
These people are disgusting. And of course, they'll try to argue from their naturalistic point of view. According to them, they figure if animals can do it, then, well, the atheist sees himself as an animal, so they figure they don't see any kind of moral, obviously no religious or spiritual obligation to keep it normal in society or right. They're willing to do anything and everything.
I'm an atheist, and this is absolutely not my belief. Speaking about a bunch of atheists that have done unspeakable things is not proof that all atheists are evil. I've had enough of this. It's hogwash in my opinion. Now, I don't debate flat earthers, but I would certainly debate this. So this is me, Simon Dan, calling you out, Brett Keane, for a debate on the topic of all atheists are evil. Cats and Creaky would be delighted to host us on their debate channel, Agree to Disagree. So the invitation is yours to do with what you wish, Brett. Right, well there we go. That one escalated quick, didn't it? Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it today, then please do like and subscribe. It'd be thoroughly appreciated. I've been Simon Dan. Have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you all tomorrow for a new physics video. See you then.